the Woodlands, Texas. General catch up. So I'm in Texas, where everything is big. I've been here for 4 weeks, almost, I think. Yeah, must be about that. Basically had the opportunity to come out with Kat when she decided she was going to come out and do sort of Woodlands pre-Kona as her sort of heat prep and final block. And because of the PTO race in Dallas, basically thought actually that would be a good idea, then I can pop across and do that, but also have a really good block in the heat and humidity in Texas. And I was like, actually it'd be really nice to do something like a little bit different with like Kat and kind of do a bit of her training in this last little block up to Kona. I guess just for like slightly different stimulus and yeah, a bit of fun really. I think I've had many chats with Will about sort of general training and stuff, and I think, you know, he knows that I sort of thrive a little bit on training with other people and also just, I guess, kind of being happy. I think it's been spoken about a bit that generally happy athlete is a fast athlete, and for me being able to train with other people makes me happy. So yeah, it seemed like the right decision to make to come out. Flew out beginning of September with Kat, being very kindly put up in a homestay out here, which is amazing. Yeah, I guess we spent sort of a couple of days kind of getting used to the heat, getting over jet lag, trying to adjust to being out here. So a couple of kind of easier days, and then it was kind of basically straight into a really big block for Dallas. So it's quite different training in some ways to what I would usually do. I think generally at home I have quite a structured routine of like what each week looks like, of like Monday's usually an easy day where I do swim and gym and I might do a little bike. Tuesday's usually like either a hard bike or a hard run with a swim. Wednesday's just like the long day of like long everything. Thursday's then like intensity again. Friday's another easy day. Saturday, Sunday is kind of bike and run, mixture of hard and long stuff. Whereas being out here and trying to do a bit of more of Kat's training has been way more like 4-day blocks of basically doing swim, bike, run. I guess because it's been the final block before Kona, like, I don't think this is her usual training all the time, but it has been quite a lot of volume and intensity, but like intensity within the volume. So actually if you look at the overall intensity, probably similar in terms of proportion to what I would do, but it's more just that we're doing like 4 days of it. Days would be like a ride with some intervals in it. Obviously not every run has got intensity in it, and actually we've been doing a bit of different running, so I was also like, I don't want to get carried away and try and do all my running with Kat and go way too fast for me and get injured. So I've tried to be very sensible with the running, do the running kind of on my own. It's been really good. And then like swim wise, there's a great outdoor pool at the local gym, so we've been going there, and then we've also been doing a couple of sessions with Magnolia Masters, which has been like, it's very early, so it's like a 6 o'clock start, which is, I've not done that for a while. It's quite hard. Worth it, because you get like the whole squad environment. There's like lots of different abilities of swimmers, and Tim, the guy that runs it, is very good at giving those like all the little bits of technical advice. So just like one little thing for you to think about that makes a big difference. So actually one of the things he talks about a lot is like engaging the core and sort of keeping tall in the water, which yeah, me trying to keep tall is always what I'm doing, but little things like that actually just having someone there kind of prompting you makes a big difference. So I feel like the swim's been really good out here, and actually I've swum pretty much every day, because even on like the kind of complete rest days, the outdoor pool's so nice. I've kind of gone for like a 15-20 minute like splash around and then sit in the hot tub. Lots of swimming. The biking out here is, I'd say, like perfect for kind of Kona prep. There's like, it's a bit busy to get out. You're on like quite big roads getting out of the sort of town, but then you're out on better roads that are generally like rolling, pretty good road surface, like perfect for TT biking, and quite similar to Kona. So from that perspective, actually, it's been, yeah, like really solid. Lots of time on the TT bike, down in the aero bars, really good. And then the running, a lot of it's on kind of pavement, concrete trails around the lake, which is nice. You get to like go and look at all the different houses, which is quite cool. I also found like a couple of little trails that are like gravelly, which for me, I think I'm used to running so much more on trails at home. I was like, I need a bit of a mix of that, because otherwise if I just do like 4 solid weeks of concrete, it's a bit bashing on the legs. So yeah, we found a really good little like 1K loop that's been good for sessions. So yeah, overall training out here has been like really good. Obviously, yeah, spending lots of time with Kat, doing lots of training with her, and then Patrick Langer has also been out here, and Indy Lee was out with us before Dallas, which is great. So yeah, it's been a nice little group of people to train with. And then Jack's come out to join, obviously, behind the camera, also joining in with the training. So yeah, having that kind of group where people are all kind of working towards the same goal as well is also just really cool, because I think everyone's on the like, oh, we're about to go to Kona, and it's been like 3 years. And obviously for Kat and I, it's like our first pro Kona. It's Kat's first Kona generally. She's trying to say that it doesn't count for it being my first Kona because I've done it as an age grouper, but I still think it's very different. So yeah, it's been like really, really good. I feel like in a really good place. Training's been going well, and yeah, looking forward to getting to taper week and getting out to Kona. 4 days here, and then fly out to Kona basically a week before the race. By the time I get on that, I mean, most of my hard work is now done. I've got like a pretty easy day tomorrow, a pretty like easy day Monday, Tuesday of just keeping everything ticking along, get on the flight hopefully nice and fresh, and then I'll have a couple of sessions with like a little bit of intensity, but volume will be right down by the time I get to Kona. So then it should be time to freshen up. So getting on the flight fresh, because I think particularly at the moment with risk of disease going around, yeah, I think it's probably when you're at the most vulnerable. Like flying, there's obviously lots of people around, you're in a confined space for a while. So I think if you get onto the flight pretty fresh, you're just giving yourself and your immune system a better chance of not getting ill. And I think like you see it every year, usually with Kona, there's usually like 1 or 2 pros that pick something up on the flight over and are sick. So yeah, hopefully, touch wood, avoid that. So in Kona, actually it's going to be really cool. So Never Second have helped get us a house. Lisa Norden and I will be in the house as Never Second athletes. Jack is then also staying with us with his girlfriend. And one of my athletes who's racing, Catherine, will also be in the house. And then Bill from Never Second is going to come out for the race. So yeah, we've got a nice big house with like lots of space. But yeah, it's going to be really cool. And I think, again, like getting the chance to stay with someone like Lisa, who's got so much experience over the years of racing, it'll just be really interesting to kind of see how she prepares, see if there's anything I can kind of learn from her. But yeah, it'll just be like nice chilled vibes, I think.